Good afternoon. May I welcome everyone to the 21st meeting in 2020 of the Delegated Powers and Law Reform Committee. We have apologies today from two of our members, Mary Fee and Gil Patterson. The first item of business is to propose that the committee takes items 5, 6 and 7 in private, as these involve consideration of future reports. These will be published when agreed. Does the committee agree to take items 5, 6 and 7 in private? Great, thank you. Under agenda item 2, we are considering instruments subject to the made affirmative procedure. Health Protection, Coronavirus, International Travel, Scotland Regulations 2020, SSI 2020-169. This instrument requires those returning to Scotland from international travel to provide personal and travel information to the Secretary of State and to self-isolate at a specified address for 14 days upon their return. There are 3 references to Regulation 7.1 in this instrument. This is an error as there is no subparagraph 1 in Regulation 7. There are also 3 references to paragraph 38 of Schedule 2 in these regulations. This is an error as there is no paragraph 38 of Schedule 2 in these regulations. Such references should refer to paragraph 37 of Schedule 2. Regulation 6.6 makes reference to Regulation 10.4 of the Health Protection Coronavirus Restrictions Scotland Regulations 2020. This is an error as the reference to Regulation 10.4 should be a reference to Regulation 9.6 of these regulations. Finally, these regulations state that offences under 9.1 and 9.2 attract a fixed penalty notice of £480. This is an error as the policy intention is that offences under 9.1, 2, 3 and 4 all attract such a penalty notice. Does the committee wish to report this instrument under the general reporting ground in respect of these errors? Thank you. Does the committee wish to note the Scottish Government's commitment to issue a correction slip in respect of the references to paragraph 38 of Schedule 2 and the reference to Regulation 10.4 in Regulation 6.6. Okay, thank you. Does the committee wish to note that the Scottish Government has laid an amending instrument in respect of the error in Regulation 9? Okay, thank you. Health Protection, Coronavirus, Public Health Information for Passengers Travelling to Scotland, Regulations 2020, SSI 2020-170. The purpose of this instrument is to impose requirements on persons operating commercial services for international passengers travelling to Scotland by sea and air from outside the common travel area. Operators are required to ensure that passengers who arrive in Scotland have been provided with certain public health information in relation to the coronavirus. The instrument provides that it is an offence to breach its requirements. The definition of required information in Regulation 2 of this instrument has been duplicated erroneously. There is also a cross-referencing error in Regulation 6.5. The description of a reasonable excuse in Regulation 6.5 should contain a reference to paragraph 4 rather than to paragraph 5. There is a further error in paragraph 3D of the schedule where the word certain has been included in error. Does the committee wish to report this instrument under the general reporting ground in respect of these errors? Thank you. Does the committee wish to note the Scottish Government's commitment to issue a correction slip in respect of the reference to paragraph 5 in Regulation 6.5? Okay. No points have been raised on SSI 2020-171. Is the committee content with this instrument? Under agenda item 3, we are considering an instrument subject to the affirmative procedure. No points have been raised on the draft legal aid and advice and assistance miscellaneous amendments Coronavirus Scotland Regulations 2020. Is the committee content with this instrument? Thank you. Under agenda item 4, we are considering instruments subject to no procedure. No points have been raised on SSIs 2020, 167 and 168. Is the committee content with these instruments? Content. Thank you. I now move the meeting into private.